Oh man, oh man, oh man. Today is a sad day. I woke up, I rolled out of bed, I picked up my phone, and I scrolled social media as I usually do. First thing I see when I scroll on Twitter is SM2, the fan-made golden Call of Duty that a lot of people were looking forward to, is being shut down by Activision. Would you look at that? The Cease and Desist has just smacked those devs right in the face. I have so much to talk about. I have so many questions, but this is a sad day for the Call of Duty community, man. This is a very sad day. Activision is at it again, yet again, just being the fun police and shutting it down before we can even do anything or get our hands on anything. I just have so many questions. First off, can we think about these devs for a second? I don't know exactly the correct amount of devs that worked on this. I know it was a collaborative effort from a bunch of awesome people that are just passionate Call of Duty guys that just want to make a great Call of Duty. But man, those devs, I cannot even imagine the first initial response and reaction to them figuring out that they have to shut it down. I mean, we're talking years of work. Over 2, maybe 3 years of work. It makes me, like, why now? It makes me have the question, right? Like, why now? It also makes me think, why even start a project like this if they know it has the possibility to be shut down? Look, I'm not trashing the devs. I'm not speaking any negative ill will. Again, this is just the talks of a man who has just got his freaking soul and hopes crushed. So I'm not talking any negative. I'm not talking down on the devs at all. Those guys are amazing. But it makes you wonder, right? Like, isn't that the first thing that should have been on lock? Was it the MWR change? For the people that don't know, this game was originally supposed to be on the original Modern Warfare 2 engine. In my opinion, the smoothest engine of all time. But with the recent events, they just posted a video, or it wasn't really a video, but they posted a Twitter blog and a blog giving us an update saying a huge announcement was coming to SM2, and it was switching engines from the MW2 engine to the MWR engine, the Modern Warfare Remastered engine. I personally didn't think that was a bad move. I like the MWR engine. I think it's pretty nice. Now, if you try to go to these dev blogs, any of the old previous dev blogs where it talks about all these changes, it just redirects you to their recent tweet about how it's being shut down. I went back in my streams because I go over every single dev blog that they posted, and I found some footage of it. And as you can see, it says that they're moving on to a new engine, and it offers a much more modern base and allows them to expand more on a lot of things, especially in terms of content. The biggest improvement is getting rid of the limit of 4 gigabytes of usable RAM on the OG MW2 engine. Basically, it gives them a lot more air so they can focus on content rather than thinking of ways to limit its RAM usage. So it's like, was it the MWR engine? Like, why? I keep going back to the question where it's like, why now? Is it a coincidence that a month ago they just talked about switching to the MWR engine and now Activision sees it and they want to shut it down? Was it the fact that they advertised that you don't need to buy Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam in order to play this? So you're basically getting the game for free and then getting all the stuff for free? Like, is that why? In that case, is the BO3 client, is that going to get shut down? Or was it just the luck of the draw? Like, did Activision just now see it? Did it just now hit their radar? Did it just now get big enough to where it hits their radar and they see it and then they shut it down? Like, another thing you got to think about, man, is the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty. I actually tweeted about this a couple months ago. I realized that the first Call of Duty was made in 2003, so the 20th anniversary is coming up. Is Activision planning something with like a Master Chief collection of Call of Duty? Are they planning on doing it themselves? Is that why they're shutting this down? They might actually make a Call of Duty game in the future that's like the Master Chief collection, where it's every single amazing thing in Call of Duty all into one game. Because we know Activision plans like 10 years ahead or some crazy shit like that, or some like 5 years ahead when it comes to Call of Duty. It's a headache. It really is. Like, just thinking about it gives me a headache. And I know I'm going to have some SM2 gameplay in the background right now that you guys are all looking at, which is going to make it feel even worse because you're just looking at it. It's right there. You can smell it. You can taste it. Oh, it sucks. It sucks, man. Of course, Activision's got to be the fucking fun police and just shut it down completely. just at forcing all of us to hop on Warzone 2 because that's in a great spot. I can't even pull over 100 frames with a 3090 and a 5950X CPU. The servers are lagging all over the place. I'm getting packet loss out the fucking ass. Every single World Series of Warzone event is getting delayed. Like, oh, it just makes you wanna erupt. Pause. Because it's like, holy fuck. Out of every Call of Duty, all these Call of Duties coming out nowadays, everybody has all these problems about CODs because they keep making questionable decisions. So many good features of Call of Duty that used to be in COD that have just never been found again. Theater mode, all the one in the chamber, all those fun game modes that we used to have. I can go on, we can make a whole separate video about how many left in the dust features of Call of Duty that there have been, but it's like all those things, man. You just look forward to a game like this made by a bunch of passionate devs that aren't asking for any money. They're not asking for money. They just want to make a great Call of Duty game that everybody can hop on and enjoy. But that's no good for Activision because you know what? That takes us off of their game, which takes money out of their pockets because we won't spend money on those bundles, man. It is just a full circle fuckfest. I wish the devs at SM2 would make one final little blog talking about why this happened. I get it, it's Activision, it really doesn't even need an explanation, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of unanswered questions. Again, I keep going back to the devs of SM2. I think we should really feel for those guys, man. I can't even imagine putting that much work into a game like this and having that much passion about a game and just for it to be completely shut down, and that's the end of it. I mean, we're talking about Activision here. You know they're not going to be compensated. Those guys don't give a fuck about the SM2 devs. They're just saying, here's a cease and desist. You shut this shit down, or we're pressing legal action, and that's going to be the end of it. I wish those guys would get some sort of reward, some sort of recognition for what they've done, what they've managed to build over these past few years. Look at the community that they've built. Look at all the passionate Call of Duty people that they've riled up to get together to play this game or to get excited about this game, and they're just going to get nothing for it. It's just the end of it. I really do feel for those devs, and if any of those devs are watching this video right now, I hope you guys know how legendary you really are, and I hope you know that everybody that was excited for SM2 and this whole Call of Duty community, we were all riling behind you guys. We were all rooting for you, and I hope you guys are doing well because I can imagine how much of a punch in the gut this is. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the video today. I just rolled out of bed, and I didn't know face cam, none needed. I just needed to rant about this because it's such a punch in the gut. It sucks so much. Part of me wants to think that this is just a PR stunt by SM2. Like, what if they're just doing this all? It's not even true. The game's actually coming out. Oh man, it's copium out the ass. I'm fishing, man. I really am. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Can we get an F in the comment section for SM2 to pay our respects? We never got it, but you're gonna be missed. Deuces.